The Lightroom Catalogue file stores a great deal of information on the photos in your library. Not only the locations of the image files, but the metadata attached to them. And this includes titles, captions, keyword tags, flags, labels, ratings, together with all your develop and output settings. Every time you modify a photo in any way, from renaming the file on import to colour correction, retouching and cropping, all your work is saved to the catalogue file. Every time you modify a photo in any way, from renaming the file on import to colour correction, retouching and cropping, all your work is saved to the catalogue file. It records the way your images are grouped and ordered in collections and records the publishing history, slideshow settings, web gallery designs and print layouts associated with them, as well as your customised templates and presets. Unless you back up your catalogue, you could lose hundreds of hours of work in the event of a hard disk failure, accidental deletion or a corrupted library file. Even if you do have copies of your original images stored safely on a removable media. It's vitally important to have a backup strategy that you understand and you stick to. Okay, let's first look at backing up the catalogue. Now you can set Lightroom to initiate a regular backup of your catalogue file automatically. First though, let's make a folder called Catalogue Backups, and that way we know exactly where they are. So let's just minimise Lightroom for a sec, and I'll have a look in my Pictures folder, which is where I keep all my Lightroom. And here you can see I've got a Lightroom folder, and in that Lightroom folder I've got my current Lightroom catalogue information. I've also created two empty folders. One's called Catalogue Backups and one's called Library Backup. And this is where I'll be putting the backup when I create it. Okay, we'll go and fetch Lightroom back. Now I'm going to go up to the Edit menu and I'm going to choose Catalogue Settings. And on the General tab, this is where we can decide in the backup area here how often we back up. And if we click this little drop down menu here, we can see that we can do once a month, once a week, once a day, and every time Lightroom exits. That one is my preference. So every time Lightroom exits, when I finish it, then it will automatically ask me if I want to do a backup of the catalogue. So this time I'm going to select that one. Okay, I can click OK to that. And we're ready to rock. Okay, so to set the whole process in motion, I'm going to close down Lightroom. It'll then bring up the backup catalogue dialog, and it'll ask me basically, do I want to back up or do I want to skip? I would always recommend having ticks in here to test the integrity and to optimize the catalogue. And then here it asks me where I want to put this backup in the backup folder. So I'm going to click choose and I'm going to navigate to the folder I've just created. So I'm going to go to Pictures and Lightroom and Catalogue Backups, and then I'm going to click, I'll just show you that, I'll just click the select folder. So now it's going to create that backup and it's going to put it in that folder in Catalogue Backups. So now I'm going to click backup. And it shouldn't take long because it's only a small file. Okay, let's go and have a look. So if we now look in Catalogue Backups, we can see that we've got a backup now. And it gives you the date of when this backup's created. And if I double click, you can see now I've got a complete catalogue backup file. Now there is no incremental backup as such with Lightroom. So what will happen is each subsequent backup will start coming in this folder. So you might want to think in the future as a bit of a strategy of either compressing this folder or just delete earlier versions of the backup and keep the last 2 or 3 to conserve hard disk space. Okay, so that's how to back up your catalogue, but that doesn't back up any of your original images. Now you may already have them backed up and that's fine, but there is an option within Lightroom to back up the whole catalogue, and that includes the images as well. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so to do this we're going to go to File and Export as Catalogue. We're then going to navigate to where our backup file is. Well, I know that is in Library Backup here, again in my Pictures folder. So I'm going to double click. I'm going to give it a name, so I'll say Full Backup, and if you wanted you could put the date. Importantly, down here at the bottom is to look at this tick box here. It says export negative files. Now sometimes that can be a bit misleading, people don't understand that. Your negative files means your original images. So if you don't tick that box, you will not back up your original images. This one I'm going to put a tick in there because I do want everything bundled together, so it will then give me a complete backup of every single thing, including my images. So then I'm going to click Save. And it's now creating a brand new catalogue complete with everything. You can see its progress up here. It's totaling away nicely. And when it's finished, we'll go and have a look. Okay, that's done. Let's just minimize Lightroom. And then we'll go and have a look in again the Lightroom folder, in my library backup. And here now I've got a full backup of everything. And it would make sense really to put these backups as well, a copy of them on another drive, just in case that you have a major failure of the computer that you've got. If these are backed up onto a separate drive, you can just bring them back on your new computer and reinstall your complete library of images. Okay, well that's how to back up the catalogue and how to do a full backup in Lightroom.